Hey guys, look at this rusty beauty. What? It's not a Triumph? Yeah, I know it's not a Triumph, but it qualifies for a rusty beauty perfectly. Look at the bottom of the door. Look at the rear fenders. It is a real rusty beauty. So what's wrong with her? Yeah, unfortunately, if she is on video, this means that something is wrong with her, right? So let me start from the beginning. So it is 2008 Ford Escape Limited 3-liter engine, 4x4, and the problem with it is that it is taking a lot of time to switch from first to, I think, second or even third gear. I'm not really sure. And it's revving way too high before it switches. So it goes almost 5,000 RPM before it switches from first to what I think is third gear. I think it's skipping second. It switches it very hard. You really feel it inside, like, and then I don't think even goes to fourth gear. I think I'm driving only first and third gear. Anyways, I watched a couple of videos in YouTube. There's not much information there. That's why I'm filming what I'm doing now. So hopefully, if I'm able to fix that, I'm gonna be able to post a full video from start to finish. So that might help to some other people if they have the same problem, because apparently I see many people have this problem with Ford Escapes and even with Mazda Tribute, because it's the same car basically. Anyway, so what I'm gonna start by taking off this wheel. I'm gonna take off the drive shaft and basically most of the suspension out, and then there are a couple of engine mounts that have to be removed also. We need to support the engine with something underneath, so there's a lot of things to be done. I'm not gonna hold you for everything here, but I'm gonna be showing you a little bit every once in a while, and we will go from there. I'm not familiar with automatic transmissions, so this is the first time I'm doing that, but hey, there's always a first time for everything, right? So hopefully here I'm gonna learn something new, and you might learn something new with me together. So let's get to it. Alright, so we have the car on jack stands, and now we have to get rid of this plastic here, and we have to reach the transmission from this side to reach the pump and the band that I'm expecting to be the problem. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to remove the brake caliper. I know I need new brake rotors. Probably I'm gonna do that at the same time now. I'm gonna change the brake rotors now. I need new brake pads as well, so I'm gonna do that. But that's not the main point here. I'm gonna remove these two bolts here, and I'm gonna detach the entire vertical link here from the shock absorber. I'm going to remove this hub nut, and hopefully that's going to give me the possibility to pull out the drive shaft, and then we're going to go from there. So the brake caliper and the caliper bracket are out, the rotor is out. I just detached these two bolts. This is the ABS sensor. I don't think I need to disconnect it from anywhere. I don't want to mess with it because I had bad experience once with ABS sensor. The bolt snapped and it was a disaster there. Unbolted this little mount here, so that gives me a little bit more slack on the wire, and hopefully that's gonna be long enough. And I just removed the hub nut, and now I hope I will be able to remove the drive shaft from the vertical link. It's a soft hammer, right? Don't do that with steel hammer because you're gonna mess up the threads and you're gonna be in trouble. Coming out, slow. Okay, we have this brass punch or copper, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna use that. But it's giving me troubles here. Okay, there you go. So far so good. Now though, if we pull it out of the transmission, it's gonna leak So we're gonna bring an oil pan. You know what, before I pull the drive shaft out, I'm gonna remove this cover. Alright, so this is the cover, the transmission cover that we have to get to. Apparently behind this is the pump and also a band that probably is broken. So while we are there, we might change the o-ring or whatever seal there is there. So this is a sensor of some sort which we have to take out, and when we take this cover out, we have to put a screwdriver in the opening for the sensor and hold the, there's like a disc inside or something that we have to keep in place so it doesn't come out when we pull out the cover, because if it comes out, then apparently it's a big problem. And now the next thing, we have to drop the engine down, because as you can see here, the cover is not accessible in full. So we have to see now all the engine mounts that we have to take apart and drop the engine like what, maybe 2-3 inches down. That's gonna be the next step. Alright, so we are here under the vehicle. I don't know how well you can see, so this is the cover and here are the engine mounts that we have to unmount. So that's the front one. There's one more here right above the cover, which is accessible from the engine bay, so we're gonna go later up there. And there's another one behind the engine. I don't know if you can see it from here, but maybe you're gonna see that one later. So first of all, we have to get rid of this cross member, which goes from one side of the engine to the other. Yes, I know, I see the oil leak here. So we're gonna look at that as well. We'll see if we can find the source of this leak. That's another problem. So first of all, we have to get rid of this cross member. Then we have to remove this bolt. Of course, we have to support the engine because now it's gonna start dropping down. So we're gonna support it, and then we're gonna remove this bolt, and after that we're gonna remove these two bolts and this cross member underneath. It has two more bolts at the back. So once we remove these two cross members, then we're gonna be able to remove, I guess, the rear engine mount, which is accessible from the other side. We have to remove the other wheel as well and reach the bolt somehow from there. And then from the engine bay, we have to remove this bolt from this mount. And these are the three mounts, I guess, that are supporting the engine. Once these are off, then we're gonna be able to drop a little bit the engine from the support that we are gonna install right now, and then we're gonna be able to reach everything here. Unless we wanna cut this like that and weld it later, huh? Well, not that crazy. Not yet. Alright, so this cross member is down. There were 4 bolts holding it up there. The bolt from the front body mount is out, and the cross member, I lowered the front end of the cross member, but I couldn't lower the rear end. I couldn't detach the rear end because the bolt there, actually it's a stud which is welded to the, I don't know to what, and there's a nut there, but when I tried to remove the nut, actually the stud got unwelded, like the weld snapped, and now it is spinning freely, and I don't have access to the back of it, so I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I guess I'm gonna have to cut it and then probably weld a new stud there, but I don't know, we'll see later. For now, I think that's more than enough here to lower the engine and work on it, so I should be fine with that. So now we're gonna have to remove the rear nut, the rear mount, which is somewhere up there. I'm not really sure you can see it from here, but yeah, we're gonna have to remove that other wheel and reach it from there, and then the last one up there. Alright, so we are on the other side, and if we look in that hole over there, deep down there, over there, That's the body mount that we have to remove, and that I guess is not gonna be too hard to remove, but how are we gonna put it back later, I don't know, because I don't know how am I gonna reach down there to put it in the hole, but we're gonna think about that when we get there. Now thankfully my colleague KJ has this long extension that I can use perfect, yeah. Okay, started going finally. Once it started going, it's easy, but the thing is now, I don't even know how we're gonna pull it out, let alone how we're gonna put it back later. But, like I said, that's a problem for later. My hand is little. Oh, look at that. Oh. Haha, it's out. Right, and now to reach the last one, which is somewhere here, we have to get rid of the battery and of the air cleaner box. So the battery is out, the air cleaner box is out, and now we have access to the engine mount underneath. Over here, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna remove it now, and hopefully that's gonna be the last obstacle for us to drop the engine lower. Alright, it's out. Phew. I don't think that we have any more engine mounts that we have to remove. So now it looks like if we drop the engine, this is gonna hit here, right? The drive shaft. So that was the reason why it needs to be removed. You know what, I'm gonna drop the engine down a little to see how much we're gonna have how much of this cover is gonna be exposed. But you know what? I think that might be more than enough, huh? What do you think? Let's see. So let's clean that first of all. Oh, okay, that worked. Good. Well, that's 8 mil. Hopefully the other screws come out as easy as this one. Oh yeah. Okay. Good. So far so good. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, I don't want to jinx it. So this is where it becomes interesting. So I still need to take this down. Okay, there we go. Good. Now let's see how we're gonna pull this cover out, but like I said, this constantly needs to be pushed in here so that part inside doesn't come out. How are we gonna take this out? I have no idea, guys, to be honest. Will this work? Alright, So I mounted it with a washer there, and now my idea is this. But again, we have to hold this down, so it is tricky for a single person here. Can one of you take a hammer and just give this a little tap, please? No? Then I'm gonna do that. Pull that with my foot, hold this with my hand, and with my third hand, I'm gonna give this a little tap. No? Wow. What's going on here then? So this is where the troubles start, I guess. Alright guys, I have an idea. You know what idea I have? We'll take the WD-40, we're gonna soak it around all over, and then we're gonna go home. You agree? Yeah, because it's late at night already. I think that was enough for today. It took about, what time is it? 7:30, so 3 hours already, guys. It took us 3 hours to get to this point, but I'm still happy with the progress. I suggest to let it soak for a while, and tomorrow I will be here during the day. I'm gonna be able to work on this car at night only, but during the day I'm gonna spray it a couple more times with the WD-40 to soak it, and hopefully at the end of the day we're gonna be able to pull it out. For now, good night. Okay guys, it's 2 days later. I watched a couple more videos and I figured that I won't get away without removing the drive shaft, because even though I was able to remove the bolts from the entire cover here, I won't be able to remove it. And actually this is not just the cover, this is the pump, I figured. There is a shaft going in from the pump, and this shaft won't let me just pull out the cover a little bit and slide it down. I have to literally clear here the frame. So now I'm gonna figure out how to remove the drive shaft and lower the engine even more than that, so the pump can clear the frame. So now I'm gonna go drop the engine a little bit, and if you can tell me when to stop, okay? Is that enough? More? But it won't go more, guys. So that's it. So I just have the jack there to hold it in this position. Alright, so the next problem is how to pull this out, huh? First of all, there's one hole here, a threaded hole right here that we can use. Okay, this sounds like a stupid idea, but I'm gonna regret if I don't try. Yeah. Maybe here. Wow. Está frío. Okay, I'm gonna try to find a bolt that fits here, and I don't know, we'll see. Alright, I cleaned this thread here, and I think it's corroded badly, but we'll have to try. And I made this which goes like that with these bolts. I just don't trust this threaded hole on the top. Neither do I trust these threads here, that's the slide hammer. But we'll see. Hopefully it's not gonna be so hard to take it out, you know. Let me try first just wiggling it around. And I know someone has to hold there a screwdriver. Is it long enough screwdriver so one of you can hold it? Okay, okay, one by one, not everybody at the same time. I can't give you all the screwdriver. Just one guy. Well, okay, if you can't do it, then I'm gonna have to risk it. Wow. Okay. This all gave up. Alright guys, I'll show you a trick here. I'll show you a trick, but don't tell it to anyone, okay? Only me and you will know it. So we strip this piece of wire and shove it inside the hole. Spread the wires a little bit. And we're gonna try again. Okay, what I did is I put the two ends of the wire there, so hopefully that's gonna hold, and if that doesn't hold, then we have no choice but to make new threads there a size bigger. But if I... Oh my God. Okay, that was it. These both gave up again. Okay, I found a little bit longer bolt, actually much longer bolt, but I used a couple of spacers here so I can go deeper in the hole. Maybe the threads inside are better than this. And I noticed that when I'm hammering here, I get sprayed with oil, so pull back a little. Oh, so you could see that, and nobody told me that I'm getting sprayed with oil. So I'm just gonna put a screw here. Okay. That also, oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna put a screw here and a screw here, so this way the cover won't come out completely, or the pump is not going to come completely out, so I don't need to hold the screwdriver there. Maybe we can do this. Unbelievable, huh? Do you see that, guys? I hope you do. Let me move on the other side. It looks like it's coming out, so I'm gonna put one more bolt here just in case, you know, we don't want all the internals to come out and then having to take out the whole transmission out. I like this sound. It is on the bolts now, on the 3 bolts. Not gonna tell you where was this strap attached. Ah, finally. Now we're gonna hold that in and pull this out. Wow. So this we can keep there. So that's the pump. I'm gonna have to be careful. There's a ring here. So I'm gonna put this aside. And this is the band, which, okay, let me take another light. Which is broken. Oh, so I'm really lucky because this band costs 30 bucks. Or something like that. It's called 2/4 band and it's responsible for the 2nd and 4th gear. And let me take it out completely. Just I'm gonna put the light here. That's the band. And that's how it is supposed to be.
Alright guys, we have the transmission apart and now I'm gonna end up this video here because I just ordered today the parts that I need and it's gonna take a day or two before I get them. This band is called high energy band and some people also know it as a 2/4 band, but if you order it, the official name is high energy band. So I'm gonna assemble the car in my next video, but in the meantime you can also check my other videos about classic British cars, especially Triumphs that I restore. Yeah, you might have fun with that too. So stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.